fabricated with the intent to address questions that would otherwise be impossible if you have real male frogs in order to understand what goes into mate selection by real female frogs. So imagine yourself in Panama, you stick your muddy boot in soil, water collects from a rain, and this ephemeral pool of water attracts males that will vocalize by extending, distending their vocal sacs. Very loud tungra frogs, and they make a call, tungra, so it's onomatopoeic. Or, ew, would be the whine, coupled with a complex chuck. So you might initially hear a ew, ew, ew around the pond. And that could develop into a ew with two chucks, a simple call to a complex call. The complex call is very attractive to females, much more attractive than just the whine. Ew. So people for 30 years, Michael Ryan, Ryan Taylor, and others, have looked into different processes of sexual selection and mate selection in this particular mottled brown tungra frog. But there's only so much you can do to induce a call that is variable across males without bringing in a faux frog or a robotic frog. So my colleague and friend Joey Stein of Moe Inc. in Brooklyn, New York, who builds a controller unit that operates the superficial component that I make, puts together something that's versatile, flexible, that allows our colleagues, Mike Ryan, Ryan Taylor, and others, to address questions, as I mentioned, that would otherwise be impossible to address within this system of sexually selecting female frogs. So, for example, you might have this soundproof chamber, you bring in female frogs from the wild, and then you test them. Step out of that chamber, leaving a robot in place with a speaker, and this goes under the floor into a controller unit that will automatically both generate a song, say a ew or ew, and generate the air to pump up a vocal sac. So you can have this frog that's calling. So imagine a going over and over and over, right? Now I could have this frog with no motion and a call versus another model frog with motion, namely ew. And I can test the importance of acoustic elements as well as visual elements and the interaction of the two. What's most important for a female selecting in a really dark situation their male compatriot, their mate? So in order to do that, what I do is I make silicone molds, in this case a 2-part mold with a prototype sculpture. So I build a sculpture of a little frog, I pour the first part of silicone, and then a second part. Once that's cured, I can separate it, pull that out, and then make casts out of urethane of the body. I can make a mold of the feet, and then cast rubbery legs and feet out of hot melt glue. Attach those via wire to these frogs. And once I do that, I can drill a hole through it, secure with screws to the floor the model frog, and then run, what else? A catheter balloon through the frog. The balloon in the catheter is what you see as the fake vocal sac. So without the controller unit, what do we have here? We just have the non-robo portion of our robo frog on display. Questions? Thoughts?